by a pilot. Being a Canadian band, not that far north, fairly near for the time for inspiration. As it's around midday, of midnight life, Nektar, and train from nowhere, also in the middle, nowhere. Also for Nektar, they're both from Magic as a child. It's about their 7th or 8th album they released.
Only hindered instead by
These seem more like Irish gauge, 5'3", than 4'8½". I might be wrong, but it seems to me like it's the wider gauge they've been used up here.
Out the door, down the dusty village streets, cobbles bright and burning hot under my feet. The shops open, their goods displayed, beginning of the business day. Schmidt the baker's late today, the old folks chat day away. Hark the sound of distant city bells as they find their way through forest deepest dells, passing through the Everglades to look across the glistening lake. Through reeds and flowers, frogs at play, I see atop the green array waterfall so magical. Climb aboard the mystic ship, cast the line away from shore, and sail towards the liquid roar. I find behind the roaring waterfall a place
face. Has to slow down just to join the human race, which takes him through his life at only twice the normal pace. And as soon as he's rested, he'll do it again.
Oh, it's the old cars now. Teas, nice. 1918 Model Ts. And some clubs. So that's a ski one. That's a ski one too. Lots of snow around here. 27. Rickshaw. I don't know how rickshaw got here, but still. Bicycles. Yes, bicycles came into effect in the 20s and 1880s, I think. Engines, Model T, Model A. Time to leave this show, I think. Someone's probably up there looking for fires at the moment, because they have a lot of fires around at the moment, apparently. So let's wander back to the jumper down. Look around. Oh, it's some new music all packed up now, ready to go. We shall wander down 3rd Southeast Avenue to 3rd Southeast Street, then across to Old Town. Very confusing, their names, which will be over here next to Palmyra somewhere. Oh, I'm pushing along 3rd Southwest Avenue or something like that. Now that that noisy contraption has gone past here, I might be able to continue on my walk. And a bit of a rest as well. It's Halland Home, probably a retirement home for Norwegians. That's a nice house. That's a nice blue house that these trees are going to crush one day. This big wind comes through. Oh, well, it's quite a nice little Norwegian type house. Look, I'm nearly at the end of the street. Oh, the Catholic Church, Little Flower. Church. He's out in the garden. It's opposite the church. And somebody else is in that garden. JC on the cross, doesn't it? Guardian of life. That's somebody else's big church, or it might be the centre. Who knows? Nice building. It's a nice church, isn't it? It's got a old statue up the top too. There's Lord. Sanctus, Sanctus, Sanctus. It's a Catholic church. It's Joseph. For sale. That's nice. And that's the rugby immersion plant or something. Farmers. Teen dance on the hall. This is the most economical building I think I've ever seen. Cinema, and it's showing Fantastic Four. Well, I don't know about that. It might be showing Welcome to Rugby. 4 times a day. There's rugby down the street. You see them last night. The wall a bit and have a look and see what's here. Oh, nice stuff. Harvest Moon tea. Tea. I'm back in Main Street. Yeah, furniture and covering. White Rose, North Star. Hills. Rugby. All this noise from up here. It opens in the morning, but not for the evening, so. Around to 10:38. Sounds of Norway Odin Lodge. Been a day for walking. I've nearly walked all the way back now. Up to here. And DQ's next. Viking Drive. Ticket says it all. Crooks, steak and shrimp. Fridays and Saturdays. Everywhere in rugby fly the American, Canadian and Mexican flags to symbolise the fact that they're in the centre of the mall. Mexican one looks quite good actually. My bag and eyes, or bags and I, have now reached Rugby Station. Should go across to that pub, have some drinks or something. Now that dome thing is actually the top of their courthouse. That's what we were looking at before. They spend all their money on how to send people to jail. Oh well, I suppose that's the way they do things. Some time to watch it. Rugby, and as it says, welcome to the geographical centre of North America. Centre spelled incorrectly, but still. This is where we are, waiting for a train to come from that direction, to go about 60 miles in that direction. We might be waiting till midnight, I don't know. I'm going to read a book now. Oh, much to my surprise, at about 8:30 the place was opened up and I found it was open. I've come in, no staff or anything, television on, train is on time. Amazingly. Well, this was built about 1904 or 1902 or something. Still in quite serviceable order. The Rugby train station. It's on time. Says it's on time, yes. Hasn't been on time all week, but it's on time today.
7 was late getting in this morning.
Oh, okay. That's the centre of the world. Well, I've had my day in Rugby now. Now I'll go and have a day in Devil's Lake.
Did you go to the museum?
Ah, yes. Oh, it's a nice museum. It's quite good. There it comes finally.
So what's the population? 500.
Half an hour late.
Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
Yeah. I went out on the Grand Canyon Railway. That was quite interesting because I went out and they were telling us how dry it was and how it hadn't rained for ages and ages. And then I stayed overnight. I went and toured around, videoed everything. And overnight it rained and rained and rained. The next day everything was covered in cloud and it was snow on the way back on the train. The train, it's a long train, it's taking off. We're in Devil's Lake, Rugby, all cracked and broken. Well, this looks a much more substantial city, doesn't it?
Rugby?
Yeah.
2 hours to convict PFC Willie Brand of assaulting and mistreating a suspected Afghan terrorist at the American military base at Bagram. The prisoner died later in custody, but homicide charges against PFC Brand were dropped before trial. Brand wept as his wife and mother-in-law listened to the verdict. Dave Marish, ABC News.
The FBI has launched an investigation into who is responsible for creating the worm that wreaked havoc on computer systems worldwide. ABC's Jason Ryan has more from the Justice Department.
The FBI has opened cases in New York, Los Angeles, Springfield, Illinois, and Atlanta.
Yeah, you're actually, if you'd have just went over a block and then up 3 blocks, that's where we're at.
And Center for Disease Control were hit by the computer virus.
I didn't think it was far.
I'm just going this way so I can park the
See where the
car.
worm was launched, but one of the best clues is bragging by hackers.
See, now if you'd owned the place where I stayed last night, I would have been saved at least a mile and a half walk each way.
Oh, is that right? Oh boy.
It's time for school. Time for school. Time for school. It's time for school.
Dragging my suitcase, but it's not gonna. It's got nice big wheels, so I'm able to do that.
Buildings and areas where school buses bus stops. Look out for us, and we'll look out for you.
This back-to-school message brought to you by Metro Plains Development, Hoiberg's Office Supply and Printing Center. By Metro Plains Development, Hoiberg's Office Supply and Printing Center, North Plains Communications.
You look pretty full tonight too.
Oh yeah, we're just about, I got a couple rooms open, so.
Everywhere I've stayed so far has been full. Good morning, it's Devil's Lake. Thursday the 18th of August 2005. And this is Devil's Lake. It's bigger and older than the other place, I think. Old Post Office Museum. I think lunch is over there, breakfast or something. That old Main Street bar, those cafes where I'm heading to, I think. Be some downtown, isn't it? The familiar water tower. It's Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake.
Well, north of Sydney, wherever that was.
Sydney's halfway up the coast.
Yeah. He was a general contractor.
Okay. There's an awful lot happening in Australia wherever you go to. Someone told me on the train that you've got a lot of levee banks or something around the lake.
That's where I'm taking you.
And it's come up to within 6 inches of the levees.
It's a couple, 2-3 feet. Yeah.
2 or 3 feet, and that's why they
top up in the
waves and wash out.
If the levee out here broke, this would be under 10 foot of water here.
Right. Yeah. I thought that might be the problem, and that's why they've just. Oh, okay, the levee. Oh, I see that high thing. Yeah.
That dark brown is what they've added this year, the 4 foot. They added on the top of it.
He's obviously adding some more. That looks like he's falling down the cliff. Yeah, I saw on the map that there was a submerged road.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Well,
many of them, I suppose.
there's lots of them. Just an awful lot from there. Way over in that point there, I used to own 5 acres of land.
Oh, okay.
It's got 23 feet of water in it now. We farmed when I was a boy. We had land, our farmland was right over here.
Yeah.
And we ran cattle out in here. There was no water here, of course.
All right.
This was all just grass when I was a boy. Top of Sully's Hill there and let you take a look at the whole thing. They got a spot over there that looks over the whole lake.
Okay.
This is Camp Grafton.
Yeah.
The local National Guard camp.
Okay.
I retired out of there.
I was surprised. Everyone I meet's been involved in the military somewhere. In Australia, you hardly meet anyone who's been involved in the military.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've met a lot of Australian soldiers.
Oh yeah.
They were damn good soldiers over in Vietnam.
Oh no, I mean we do meet them, but not nearly as much as is the case.
They're not as high profile.
No. Well, I was never in the military, but my father was in the Middle East for several years during the Second World War. Big lake.
Now, when I was a boy, the only water here was right out in the middle of the main bay here. That's what they call the main bay. It went that far down during the 30s. We went through that 12-year drought up here. And that's what the problem with the roads. The roads were... The lake started coming back, so they would raise the roads. The roads weren't made as dikes, just regular roads. Nobody assumed this water would come back like this. Well, now it's tearing the roads up, see?
Yeah.
Like being on this washboard or this merry-go-round. This is the local Indian tribe's casino out here.
Okay. It's amazed that they're all going for gambling and building casinos everywhere.
I have a friend who's an Indian, and he says, no, the white man took our land from us, now we're getting it back, 25 cents at a time. And that's for sure.
There's a great big casino in Melbourne, and I really can't stand the place. They've made it an entertainment centre as well.
Yeah, that's what's happening out here. A lot of Western singers.
Yeah.
It's become big business.
There's a wind turbine that's not bothering to turn, so that's going to be very windy. Spirit Lake. Staying overnight here. Devil's Lake is our next stop. Staying overnight here. White activity in this area of glacial lakes began with Fort Totten and its Indian agency. Devil's Lake was laid out as a railroad town in the early 1880s to link with steamboats plying the lake. By the early 1900s, a lowering of the lake's water level had dried up commercial navigation. Devil's Lake is now a farm trade centre and a popular recreation spot, especially during fall darkened goose hunting season. The strange lake itself is meant to have some Indian myths behind it. So while we're here, we'll have healing for it. Carl Palmer, the enemy god dances with
Black Spirits, followed by Healing from Todd Rundgren, and Faith Healer by the sensational Alexander Hardy Band.
open?
Oh, right. I think they're the first real buffaloes I've seen.
Oh, is that right? Oh, I can stop there if you want.
Oh, no, it's all right.
Yeah, they've got a pretty big herd out there. It must be a bunch of the young ones.
Well, the buffaloes got down to about 1,000. Throughout the whole state's 1,000, 1,500. Some private people started building them up again. It's what National Geographic told me years ago.
Yeah, I got a friend over at Maddock, 40 miles from here, that's got a buffalo ranch.
Ah, yeah.
I like it as meat. A little on the dry side, but it's good, tasty, not much fat in it. Oh, there's 124 steps up there. Yeah. Come on, Grandpa, just come a little while, a little farther. God, that was a son of a gun.
Well, yesterday I walked 5 or 6 miles around the place.
I used to run 5 miles 3 times a week when I was in the Guards, but
yeah,
I don't do that anymore.
We must have buffalo in Australia, I think.
Well, we just came this way.
Oh, okay. Getting a circle.
These are wild buffalo. Prairie dogs, big fat gophers.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mice with tails, fat rats with tails. These things.
Oh, he's having a little scratch.
They just love marshmallows.